Hi, this is Ron Tube. Today on the Hunter Call of the Wild, we're at Medved Taiga. I thought I'd come back after a little break, going to New England mountains. I'm grinding both maps and then swapping in between them. Just have a little break and it changes the scenery. Now, last time I was at Medved Taiga, I was up to about 300 kills with moose. I'd not even had a diamond, so I decided to swap over to New England mountains and see how that worked out. Now, currently at New England mountains, I'm about 200 kills in. Maybe a bit more, and I've got 5 diamonds already stacked there. So New England mountains for me has definitely worked out better than my current Medved Taiga grind. I've been really busy at the moment, so what I'm doing is when I've got a spare hour or two, I jump on one of these maps and then start grinding for the Great One Moose. So far, up to yet, New England mountains is producing the goods better than Medved Taiga, but we've got some 5s on here, so we're going to see what they're going to produce today. Like I say, it's good having 2 grinds because one I can herd manage and one I don't have to. So what I'm going to do, I've decided from today, is on Medved Taiga I'm not going to herd manage. I'm just going to shoot different moose. Any males I see, I'm going to shoot them, and then on New England mountains I'm going to herd manage and try both and then see which one produces the Great One Moose first. I thought that'd be a good idea, so that's what I'm going to try. But I think I will probably hunt New England mountains more than Medved Taiga. It's really easy how I've got it set up. Basically I walk up a right river and then the top river on New England mountains. Medved Taiga, I've got to go around all the locations. The top river, where I have got some 5s on, just takes so long to cover. Even though I've got like 4 or 5 tents around the top river section, split in sort of like equal distances, so it makes it quicker. It still takes a long time to cover, and like I say, I can cover literally a whole river at New England mountains, get more moose easier than just covering that river section. And grinding for the Great One is all about efficiency and how many moose you can get per hour. That's how most people rate it off, and New England mountains for me, I can get more than Medved Taiga. So we've just shot a level 5 with the 300, which is probably the moose gun of choice. If we had a 3 to 5 mag 338, the dream, that would be the perfect moose gun. But it's only got one bullet before reload on a 338, and it's a troll. What a start to the day. I thought it'd welcome me back with some greatness, Medved Taiga. You're going to treat me like this? It gives me a troll. So the trolling moose, they're out today, I guess. But it's still a nice moose. I like how you've got like the big hand on the front of the paddle, and then on the other side on the right you've got a little hand. But it's still a nice moose. Moose do look good when they're really big, especially. But he's not a diamond. I was hoping he would be, but he's a troll. So trolling moose number 1. Let's see what the other 5s give. But yeah, I was just saying, ideally a 3 mag 338. If they gave that option, it'd be the perfect moose grinding gun. And I do think, I've been saying this recently, we need a big ass guns weapon pack for the big animals. Do you know what I mean? There's not many big weapons in Call of the Wild, so there's definitely space for some big ass rifles. So I wonder what's going to come next, because normally content is split into sort of periods of the year. So I reckon maybe Easter time we might have something new, because we normally have a map in summer and a map in winter, and then we normally have something sort of like in between, do you know what I mean, like in the quarters. So maybe something at Easter, maybe something like September. That makes sense for new content when it could come. So what would come next? What would you like next? Would you like new dogs? Now, new dogs are probably going to come soon at some point. Maybe this year, I don't know. But if you watched the behind the scenes of the making of the Bloodhound video that Expansive Worlds did, they had, I think it was a Labrador and a German Pointer in that video, and they was doing mocap, basically where you sort of in animation you get people's movements or animals' movements, you put stuff on them, and basically when they move around it sort of logs their movements and things like that, so they can get the animations really accurate. And in that video, if you go and watch it, there is like I say, a Labrador in it and a German Pointer. And they are two of the most popular breeds of dog people ask for. Whenever I've done dog videos and I've said like, which dog do you want, drop it in the comments. They're constantly at the top of people's choices. So they would be really like helpful, especially for, like I was just saying, for birds. Imagine there's a lot of small birds, small game now in Call of the Wild, and if they could retrieve them, that would be really helpful. So that would be a good addition. So drop in the comments, what is your most wanted content next, or to happen in the future? Let me know. Drop in your top 3 things you'd like for Call of the Wild in 2023. Now, if you're wondering why I've put that little marker there, I do this on zones. I have a look at my map, see where the zone is, mark it, because then I know how far away I am from the moose. Because with the new spooking distance, and with how moose are on Medved Taiga, like tucked in bushes so you can't see them, it's handy just to, before you get to your next zone, just mark it on your map and you'll know, oh, there's moose in that bush there, or there's moose there. In case you forget, you do sometimes you don't concentrate and you might not see many moose on that run, and you don't want to spook them, do you? Because you just wasted your time if you do. But I can see some big paddles sticking out the bush, and that looks like a good moose. That's a 4 or a 5. What is it? We're going to see shortly. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens in 2023. The last update was massive. It really was big. That come with New England Mountains. We have lots of fixes, tweaks. We had the weapon customization. We had a lot of things in that update. So it's going to be interesting to see what we get for 2023. Because they've set the bar really high now. What's the next great one? What would you have for that? So my top 3 choices would be, first, I'd like mule deer, the great one. That would be my favourite next great one. I love mule deer. I've hunted them for many years on the Hunter Classic and since Call of the Wild started, and they're one of my favourite animals to hunt. They'd be very popular amongst the community. Also, they're on many maps, so it works in all ways. So that would be a very good choice. Elk. Now, which one would you have? Would you have Rocky Mountain Elk, the great one? Or would you have Reservoir Elk, the great one? Which one of those would you pick first? Some would argue you could do both at the same time, but I think each one needs to be special and have something different. So I'm not sure. I'd like any of those. I wouldn't mind. So what elk is like too. Fallow deer. They're on quite a few maps. They're very popular. They look great. So they could work well as well. And it's another troll. Medved, you're just trolling me today. What's going off? But they'd be probably my top 3 for the next great one. And we're probably going to get one this year as well. Or maybe more. So drop in the comments which top 3, the great one, you would like next. In with a close 4th and 5th would be lion, the great one, and wolf. Lions would work really well for grinding, so that would be a good shout. I'm actually doing that on the Hunger Savannah at the minute. I'm after an albino lion, but this video has been mainly about hunting moose at Medved, but it's also about what do you want next for 2023, because we're going to have some great things coming this year, and I can't wait to see what we've got next for the Hunter Call of the Wild. So I'm RomickTube. I've been hunting at Medved Taiga, being trolled by moose, but asking you what you want for 2023 for the Hunter Call of the Wild. Please drop that in your comments. Please subscribe to my YouTube channels. Hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.